In the metals quadrant, taking a look at the July copper, which had an up week. Copper completed its second week higher after 5 down weeks. Not a very big move up, and most of it came today with the up 1.12% that we finished the day at 4.3065. On the downside, we were down 9 basis points, so just short of 0.1%. 425.50 was where that low was in the July contract. And on the upside, 4.3170 was up 1.33%. So we finished much closer to the highs than we did to the lows in copper today. Now, dollar weakness, part of the reason the dollar had its second consecutive week lower. When the dollar is lower, commodities are in more demand, so they tend to move higher. Again, all else equal. That's a typical characteristic, not a guarantee. And the dollar was down almost 1.5% against the euro, 1.1% against the pound, 0.8% or 0.8% against the Canadian dollar, and 0.5% against the yen. And this is the second consecutive week with this kind of performance for the dollar. Now that'll give a tailwind to most of the metals, the precious metals, as well as the industrial metals, given what else is going on. And what else is going on for copper is a potential demand rebound. People are looking towards that. China is reopening, coming out of some COVID lockdowns. There is a possibility they could go back into those lockdowns, but also clean energy based on higher crude oil prices is a demand story for copper, as the amount of copper that goes into, for example, EVs, electric vehicles, is much higher than the traditional amount of copper that goes into a combustion engine vehicle. So overall, the demand story for copper is solid. The supply story is pretty much stagnant. So looking at it from that perspective, copper gets a tailwind from the dollar weakness as well as that demand story.